Kindergartners, today we are going to be working with a couple of different elements of art. We're going to be focusing on shape, line, and space. So we're going to be making a holiday winter hat, and as you can see at the end of art today, you're going to have this hat shape filling up your whole paper, and we are going to be using pencil, oil crayon, and paint. So to start this project, it is a 2-day project. So when we have art next, we will be adding some texture, another element of art, up at the top of our hat, a nice fluffy texture. So for today, we're going to use our papers vertical, really nice and tall on our tables. I'm going to start by tracing one of the yogurt lids at the top of my paper, and I'm putting this lid in the middle of my paper, so I have some space on each side of it. I'm going to slide it down just a little bit so I can trace with pencil all the way around. Then I am going to move my paper down and I am going to draw an oval at the bottom. So this oval is going to touch the bottom and it's going to touch the sides. And oops, it actually just went right off the paper edge. Not a big deal. I can't even see the bottom of that oval. If I put my hand in there, it's bigger than my hand. It's even taller than my hand. If I put my hand this way, it stretches as long as my fingers. So that oval is really large, touching side to side, touching the bottom. Now, I'm going to take a curved line and I'm going to connect my oval to my circle I traced. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So this line is kind of starting close to the edge of the oval, not on the edge of the paper, but it's touching the edge of the oval, and it's slightly curved, going all the way up to touch my circle. Do you notice how these two lines did not touch at a point? They're still spread apart. Now I'm going to switch to my white oil crayon. This is going to be a little trickier because I can't see white oil crayon on white paper until I paint it. So my job with the oil crayon is to make some patterns. So I'm going to make some stripes. Not sure if you can see it. I can kind of see it when I'm close up. I can see that it just looks a little bit different where I'm coloring and drawing these lines. I'm pushing really hard. Maybe in between those lines I'm going to put some zigzag lines. So I'm pushing hard. I'm making some patterns right now with just lines, and I'm trying to fill up that oval shape to start with. So I apologize if you can't see what I'm doing. When you do this project at your table spot, you will be able to see your lines a little bit. Now I'm going to fill up this hat shape. Kind of looks like a triangle. I'm going to do some horizontal lines. Just going across. Already there I have a pattern. Maybe I'm going to make some polka dots. I have 3 of them in that space. Maybe this one I'm going to have a big zigzag. Maybe inside those zigzags I have some more polka dots. You could use any kind of line. You could use any kind of shape. I have some squares there. Notice how each row has its own pattern. And this one I'm going to go cross, like tic-tac-toes. I am not doing any kind of coloring at the top circle, just in that triangle part and the oval. Now, so I am ready to paint. Cake temperas need to be wet. So I'm putting my brush in water, and I'm bringing my wet brush and rubbing on that one color I'm going to use. So with that red, I'm going to paint right on top of the hat. And just like magic, my white lines have showed up. See how it's not spreading very nice anymore? I need to get my brush wet again and get more paint. So I'm making sure that that red is really wet. That's how my paint shows up nice. Do you notice how I'm painting outside the lines? No biggie. We are going to be cutting these out next week. So you won't even notice that we went on the lines. I'm going to make sure I have every spot covered. When you're all done painting, your dirty brush can come up to Mrs. Cleary's table and soak in the red bucket. You can carry your painting to the drying rack so that it dries, and next week we can cut them out and we can add the texture to the top. I noticed I'm missing something. Today I would like you to write your name on the side of your paper. Please do that when you're drawing your hat. That way you won't forget like I did. So, name on the side in pencil, and it can go in the drying rack.